On this week's episode of the Crushing Debt Podcast, the cost of keeping up with summer. So welcome back to this week's episode of the Crushing Debt Podcast. My name is Shawn Yesner, owner and founder of Yesner Law, and I am here, as always, with your financial coach, George Cabello. Mr. Cabello, happy summer.
Summer loving had me. Oh, hey, sorry. I was going to bust out in Greece here, brother. I'm good. How are you doing, sir? How's it going?
Good. So, we record these a little bit in advance. And
Do we?
A little bit.
So the winning lottery tickets for the just
Yeah, we don't know those. If we knew those, we wouldn't be in debt. But after we're done recording today, I get to go to my kids' middle school.
Ooh.
My older son is getting clapped out.
Nice.
Which I had never experienced as a
My
as
mother
a
used to
school.
slap me out. That's a
Right,
little
right.
different. Okay, but I get
So
it.
in about an hour and a half ish, 2 hours ish from now, I will have a high schooler.
What? Dude, just letting you know, I went through my graduation season, so I have an adult who's graduated college and one who's finished high school. So you are entering the golden years, my friend. These are good years.
I'm entering what looks like the final push to chaos.
There you go.
I'll have
Oh.
a high schooler and a seventh grader.
My friend, when that boy learns how to drive, then you know it's real.
I almost can't. On the one hand, I'm really scared about that. On the other hand, I'm looking forward to it.
No, you look forward to it, man.
Because then it's, hey, take your brother here. Hey, take your
Exactly.
brother there. Hey, you drive here. You drive there.
You're gonna pay for the insurance regardless. You might as well use them to be the automatic Uber for your son. So that's not a bad
Exactly.
thing.
But as you all are listening to this week's episode, we'll be somewhere in the middle of June,
Yes.
which means we are right smack in the middle of summer.
Summertime, baby.
So is summer more expensive than the rest of the year?
Well, I gotta say, we have less clothing because it's so hot outside, right? So we have that. Even though Florida, it feels like it's hot all year.
Well, for the
forever.
scenery, that's a plus. for people looking at me, it might be a minus.
There you go. But yes, my friend, we shed the clothes and have some great times, but it feels like we are spending. Dude, it's spending all the time, it feels like, in the summertime because, school's out, right? School's out for summer.
Right.
I mean, a little theme song. I think I'm going to bust out into song today, but yes.
Please stop busting out into song. I don't need a co-host if you keep busting out in song.
Fair enough. But yes, summertime can be expensive because, we have Disney's and you have trips and Cancun and cruises and all of these kind of things that we're expected to do. So yeah, I don't think none of that is free, is it?
No.
There's no free tag on those things.
Well, and one of the things I've talked about before too, and we can get into all the other reasons why expenses may go up or down in the summer, but one of the things that I mentioned before, especially in my family, June 17 was my dad's birthday.
Yep.
June 18 is my younger son's birthday, and actually when this episode comes out, we will either just be getting ready to go to Topgolf for his birthday party, or it will have already happened. It will be
Right.
just on the other side of completing his birthday party. But June 18 is my younger son's birthday. June 21 is was my wife's birthday.
Yep.
June 24
Yeah, a lot
was her grandmother's birthday. June is Father's Day. So
I was going to say Happy Father's Day, but that's we'll pass over the holidays. Nothing we do.
Passover's a different holiday. Yeah, we had a lot of birthday parties in June, a
Yeah.
lot of birthday presents in June, a lot of Father's Day presents.
Yes.
And-
Well, I don't
and
know
so-
about that. You maybe get one.
What did I get myself for Father's Day? What did you get me for Father's Day with my money?
I love it.
But no, in my household, there just was a lot of birthdays in June.
Yeah, I mean, what is the most expensive part of summer? Birthdays, anniversaries, weddings that you have to go
Weddings,
to. There's things that come up during the
Yeah.
summertime. It's beautiful weather for it.
My wedding anniversary is May 30, right on the cusp of
Yeah.
summer starting, and so that was another thing. We had Memorial Day, and then we had the anniversary celebrations, and then we rolled right into birthday season. And for me, I think the biggest cost of summer is that the kids are not in school.
Yeah, school's out.
School's out.
Kids,
So
what do we do with these kids?
what do we do with them? And anything from the 1 week summer camps that I've signed them up for But even when they're not in camp, and they're old enough now that if I have to come into the office, I can
they
leave
can take
them at
care of yourself.
home. They've got friends. They go bike riding around the neighborhood. Even if I am home, sometimes working from home, they'll bring their friends over.
Sure.
And they'll go bike riding around the neighborhood. Speaking of expensive hobbies, my younger son is getting into fishing.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I bought him. Hopefully he doesn't. I don't think he listens to the show, but I got him a fishing rod and reel. A starter rod and reel, and a small tackle box.
Beautiful.
Some bobbers and hooks and whatever. But that fishing can be a very expensive hobby.
Yeah, boats and where are you going to go and how you going to the bait and all those things. Yeah.
But during the school year, I can plan out what am I going to give them for lunch, and I buy the lunch meats, and I do this and I do that. In the summertime, when they're home, they don't want to make themselves a sandwich.
Yeah, no.
They want to go to Jersey Mike's and buy a sandwich, or they want to go to Publix and buy a sub.
Come on,
they want to go. Let's go out to lunch, Dad. Let's do this. Let's do that. So my cost of being with the kids goes up when we're in summertime. What other things cause an increase in expenses in summertime?
You say a death by 1,000 summer transactions. Yeah. It's like, but it's funny for your weekends, right? So weekend getaways, if that's going to be something with the kids or without the kids, because again, summer is nice weather and stuff. So what do you do there? But I mean, think about like. For me, I'm like, the weather's nice. Home improvements, home projects, things that we're thinking about in the home. What do we do with that? Like, it's like, okay, it's maintenance for the pool, right? It's pool season. If you have a pool in your backyard, you got to make sure it's up to, because you want to use it.
Well, and not only that, but my friends that have pools, their pool floats have been put away for the better part of the year. So you got pool floats that might be popped, pool floats that might be moldy. You got to replace all that stuff. Plus, what's the status of your patio furniture? You've got to redo all that stuff. Speaking of home improvement projects, we are about to start a home improvement project. We will invite the Curbello family over for the grand opening.
I like it.
But right now, my back patio, I have probably about 200 feet of it that is covered by the roof of the house and screened in. The other part of the back patio, about 300 square feet of the back patio, is uncovered. Just uncovered paver stone patio.
Beautiful. Okay.
So I've hired a guy, as soon as I get the HOA approval, I've hired the guy to come out, and we're going to knock down that screen wall.
Ooh.
And then we're going to screen in the entire back patio. So
even with the cover, like above it too?
So it'll go from 200 covered, 300 uncovered. It'll go to 500 square feet.
Wow.
All under the screen.
Beautiful.
Although the roof line will still cover some of it.
Right.
And then we're putting in, I wouldn't necessarily call it an outdoor kitchen, but it's going to be a place where I can put my 2 green eggs and have a bar top for people to sit at, and the TV will be out there. So I'm super excited about my back space. I can imagine. But I had to save up for that. That's a significant expense.
That's a huge project too, yeah.
Once I get the project complete, do I want new patio furniture out there? Do I have to buy the stools that go to the bar top? Do I want to buy a new couch? Do I need a new fire pit? So all of those.
Do you need to do some landscaping, because it might need to look pretty around this project?
I'm not going to be looking outside. I'm going to be at the bar cooking food.
Some people might be, but again, but you added expenses, as you could tell. It's like cha-ching. Like, oh, there's another expense. There's another expense. So, and you talk about like back patio, pools, renovations, repairs, right? Sometimes you're also getting ready for the hurricane season. It is hurricane season.
We are in the middle
here
of
in Florida, and I would imagine parts of Texas. What are we doing to prepare for some of those? Again, we had some episodes to talk about those, but again, those are things that we're also can drive up your summer expenses as we're kind of loving this weather. But oof, that wallet is hurting right now.
One of the other expenses that I know we're going to have coming up. So my late wife made an agreement with our younger son, with both boys actually. So the deal she made with the older son was if he got straight A's, he would get a PlayStation 5.
Oof, nice.
And so he did that. He did that about a year and a half ago.
Good.
So he's got a PS5. They've already asked me a couple times, we're going into summer, we need some new games to play on the PS5.
Dude, Dad, come on.
You know what my younger son was promised by my wife?
Oh, what else did she promise?
A dog.
Oh.
If my younger son gets straight A's, my wife promised him a dog.
Nice.
He has straight A's.
Nice.
For the last
Dude,
semester
come
of
on now.
his 6th grade year.
Congratulations to him for sure.
Yeah. So,
But not for you. I mean, now
no.
you're getting a dog.
So now we got to get a dog. But what we've kind of targeted is to get the dog in the summer because I don't come into the office as much. I work remote more often
You have
during the summer.
Flexibility.
So I'll have flexibility to housebreak the dog, train the dog, whatever. But, check back with us in a couple of weeks, a couple of months. We may or may not have a new dog, which adds a whole other slew of new expenses.
A lot of expenses, especially, is it a puppy? Is it a young pup, or is it going to be an
prefer
older
a
dog?
puppy.
Right.
I like a puppy, so I would prefer to get a
A
puppy.
lot of expenses from a vet bill, from food, from any type. Again, you're going to need stuff for the dog, toys and dishes and things like that.
I had a dog from 1993 to about 2007. He died when he was 14 years old.
Oh.
So, but I've got his old crate. I'm a believer in crate training a dog.
Yes, you
so
have
I have
to.
his old crate. Now, his old crate is probably about the size of this part of my desk.
It's a little.
It's a huge.
That's a big one.
Crate.
You got one of the big ones.
It's
Okay.
a crate that's probably big enough for a full size. In fact, it is big enough for a full size German Shepherd.
Okay. So you need to get the smallest dog
So
possible
if I get a
in
small
there.
dog, he'll have all this
And take a
room in the crate.
picture and
Right.
put it on the Crushing Debt, Facebook page. I like
Exactly.
that.
But I've still got. I think I've got his old bowls.
Sure.
I've got his crate. I've got a couple of his leashes. So I've got some supplies.
You've got something
already.
to start you off,
Right.
But
But
there's going to be tons of expenses there.
vet bills
Again,
and-
you got to get shots. You have to. So those are things that we consider.
I don't need shots. The dog.
Yeah,
needs
well,
shots.
you might need shots, but that's different story.
Alcoholic shots is what I'm going to need.
Oh my goodness, we are definitely all over the place. Entertainment, my friend.
Yeah.
How about it's the summer outdoor seasons. You have concerts, you have theme parks, you have festivals. There's
Movies.
tons. Movies are gonna again. There are summer blockbusters. What is it? Disclosure Day's coming. You got a big Steven Spielberg. You got a few Marvels. There's tons of stuff to be able to watch, and of course, everybody wants to go see. So yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, it's. We're wanting all of these experiences, but why does it feel like everything costs $200 to do? Or again, and I think 200 is probably
Well,
on the low end.
If it's a family of 2, 200 is probably fair. If it's a family of 4, you probably got to triple that.
Yeah, I would agree. But that's where once again we don't plan for it, right? We kind of, especially if we're in that paycheck to paycheck, or we're just kind of managing each of the seasons. Being prepared is important, but it's one of those where it's like, oh no, now we're in the summer months. Do you panic? Are you in that panic mode right away because of it, or is it kind of like, ooh, is there opportunity? Is there something that we can have some fun without breaking the bank?
Right. Well, and we've always been lucky enough that we've been able to take a summer vacation every year. Last year we were at Disney. The year before that we went somewhere else. And I will give away a little behind the scenes secret is that my mom, so grandma for my boys, has the Disney Vacation Club. So we get the hotels and whatnot for free. And grandma likes paying for the vacations.
Why not?
So if grandma's going to buy our Disney tickets, I'm not going to turn it down.
Nope.
But every spring break, since my wife was sick, and every summer since she was sick, we've taken a vacation. And so we are going to continue that trend with me and the boys. And so
Good.
We have a summer vacation every year. We have a spring break vacation every year. And both of those are things that I've got to plan for and save up for.
Yep. And again, do they have to be, big, extravagant? Maybe some years, yes, you do plan for those, and some of them could be just a nice weekender to go hiking or go to the beach. Beach weather. Again, we're in Florida, so
Right.
going to the beach is definitely available.
I took advantage the last week of school this year. I took advantage when the kids were in school. I had a relatively light day at the office, so I blocked off my time at the office. And I went out. We have, we live in Tampa Bay. We have a ton of beaches here.
Absolutely.
And so I thought about going to Clearwater Beach. The problem with Clearwater Beach is it's packed. It's crowded.
touristy.
And you've got to pay a significant amount of money to park. Out there. But I went out. We have a beach here called Honeymoon Island.
Yes.
Out in the Dunedin area, for those of you familiar with Tampa Bay. $8.
Yeah.
$8 to get into the state park. And that was it.
what's the other one? I want to say Siesta Keys, but I think Siesta Keys is also near Clearwater,
Right.
little hidden gem,
Right.
that you can go to as well. Treasure Island, again,
Treasure
all
Island.
Clearwater area, but again, it's not as packed,
Right.
touristy, because everybody goes for Clearwater Beach.
Yeah, Honeymoon Island wasn't packed. It was $8.
Mhm.
We spent all day
Nice.
out on the beach, and so that's a way to kind of beat the summer expense of going. You don't have to go on extravagant, expensive vacations. I just played hooky and went out to the beach one day.
Wait a second, Shawn, but the problem is that I'm looking right now at TikTok, and everybody seems to be traveling, right? Everybody seems to be posting their pictures in Greece. Everyone's having fun. What about me? What's happening? Why am I behind?
Everybody's on a boat. Everybody's in Greece.
The boat.
The boat, or on a cruise. Everybody's doing that.
But again, are people posting their credit card statements? How are
Yeah.
we paying for all of these things? That's what I want to know.
Although, funny enough, the very first cruise I ever went on, it was me, my mom, my dad, my sister, her husband, and we all went on this cruise. And this was back in the day where they didn't have drink plans, weren't very popular.
Yeah.
So you would still tie your room to your credit card.
Yep.
And then every time you'd buy a drink, you would get a receipt for the drink. So we do have one picture. I'll have to find it of, and I think a girl that I was dating at the time also went with us. And so we've got a picture of me and her laying on the bed of the stateroom we were in with enough receipts on the bed to make a blanket.
Oh my goodness.
That was how much we drank on this cruise.
Okay, you had a good time then.
Yeah.
That's good.
So we did. Had social media been around back then, we would have posted pictures of our.
That
of our
would have been
receipts.
funny.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's just like no, it's just all the receipts on my phone.
Right.
They just keep scrolling. What's happened? Why is this not ending?
This was physical receipts. This was bad.
Okay, boomer.
But luckily, again, Dad was footing the bill, so
No.
we could drink. Boats. What are the two best days in a boat owner's life?
I'm assuming when you buy it, right?
The day you buy it,
And I'm assuming the day you sink it for
day-
insurance fraud, right?
the day you sell it. The day you buy it, the day you sell it. The two
Got
best
it.
days in any boat owner's life.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna get in trouble with some of the listeners. Go ahead.
Any boaters out there will agree with me. I would guarantee you that they will agree with me. But that's another,
It's a huge expense.
A huge
Sea
expense.
dues, right? Like you're thinking like
Jet skis and-
those
yeah.
kind. Yeah, I mean you're thinking it's summertime and you're like, oh, I've been really wanting, and they've got this great sale to buy this boat but Shawn, I don't even live near the water, so I just need to make sure I put it in my garage, and then once in a while I take it out and go take it to the dock. But it's so complicated to take it, but I don't want to do that anymore. But anyway,
so I've got a better solution for you. A lot of the marinas will do dry dock storage.
ooh,
So now, in addition to paying for the boat, you're paying for storage.
I like it.
And then you pay for them to put it in the water, and then you pay for them to clean it, and then you pay for them to put it back in storage.
Sean, my wallet is hurting right now. Stop it. You got to stop it. But yes, this is the experience. You think, because we're thinking it was just like I just buy the boat, no big deal. I just buy the jet ski, no big deal. But then you realize like some of the other costs that are associated with that experience.
How is that?
Could I just rent it? I mean, renting might make sense at this point.
So two things. Number one, unless you buy a sailboat, how are you navigating around in that boat?
Oh, I've got. I need a captain.
And you probably need gas for the engine.
What do you mean? Gas has been so cheap lately.
I
What are
know,
you talking?
Absolutely. And I looked into. So there's a friend of mine is buying a boat, or maybe I don't know. Debating.
Gotcha.
And so I looked into Freedom Boat Club. Well, Freedom Boat Club, I think, if I remember right, it's like a $3,000 to $4,000 initiation fee, and then it's like $200-300 a month.
Wow.
So, and I don't know, you might want to check prices of the Freedom Boat Clubs near you.
Sure.
And I don't know how accurate those prices are, but you could rent a boat. It would be a $3,000 to $4,000 initiation fee, and then $200 a month. So what is that? $200 a month times 12 months is $2,400, plus a $4,000 initiation fee, called $600, $6,000 in a year. Now, I guess that initiation fee wouldn't be due after year one, I assume. But that's about $500 a month to rent a boat all year long. And so if you use that boat 6 times, it's $1,000 every time you take the boat out.
Right. And which is about right. Even if you, let's say I just rent from someone who has the boat itself, those things for 3 hours is probably like $1,000 per person. So depending on how many people go on the vehicle, let's say on the boat itself.
And when you have a boat, you either go fishing, so you got to buy all the fishing supplies,
that's one.
Or you just go out on the boat and maybe you go swimming in the ocean or whatever. But then you got to bring drinks. You got to bring, and I'm not necessarily talking about alcohol. But you got to bring drinks.
I mean, it's required, but yes.
It is. You got to bring food. You got to bring, all that stuff. Or one of the things that we do every summer, my networking group, we have a beach day. And so we all get on either people in the chapter that have boats or Freedom Boat Club or whatever, and we all drive out to one of those sandbars here locally.
Nice.
And we all hang out on the sandbar. But still then you're talking about gas to get there back and forth. You're talking about food. You're talking about drinks. I may or may not bring a selection of cigars. So there's all of those expenses that you got to take into account just to do a boat day.
So you're telling me just go to sleep and go hibernate and come back in September is what you're basically telling me.
Just in time for back to school shopping.
We'll talk about that. Shawn, you're really messing up my groove right now because I was really enjoying my summer plans, and you're burning them right now. You're burning them right now. So please.
But these are all things that you have to prepare for.
Indeed.
Back to school shopping. Amazon. When is Amazon?
Prime Day is coming. It's probably
adventure.
here. It's coming.
Yeah, we had a whole adventure with Alexa trying to figure out when Amazon Prime Day was.
Don't say her name.
Right. She's not lighting up. She's good.
Yes, but that Prime Day's coming. So there's still shopping to take more money out of our wallets somehow. There's going to be some great deals that we have to get in the middle of summer. June, I would imagine. July, I think July was the typical, but it's coming. It's coming. If it's not here already, but those are the things we have to worry about too.
And then the other thing that I worry about in the summertime is the utility costs.
Yep.
Groceries go up.
Yes.
Electricity goes up. The air conditioner has to work harder.
Yep.
For whatever reason, and I guess we were all guilty of this when we were young, but for some reason, when I walk through my house at night before I go to bed, every light in the house is on.
Indeed, that's
single
that
one.
is a kid's problem that I think we've grown out of it. But I would agree with you. It feels like every light has to turn on. Oh, the AC is on, but let's keep that door open. Let's keep that thing open, wide open. The slide door doesn't let all that hot air come in.
That's going to be a challenge for me when this back patio gets redone. Is I'd be tempted to open the sliding door and just leave it open.
Yep. Oh, and just letting you know, once you get the dog, you will need a little doggy door to make sure the dog can get in and out without having to. So that's just another home improvement project.
Why can the sound of a dog getting ready to puke wake anybody up from a sound sleep?
It's just as good as when my cats do it too, so don't worry.
I can sleep through fires. I can sleep through hurricanes. I can sleep through rainstorms. I can probably sleep through somebody trying to break into my house. But the minute I hear that dog's stomach, I'm out of a dead sleep.
My friend, you know why? Because you're trying to avoid cleaning. It's just like, can we catch this thing before it hits the ground?
Calling me lazy. Plus the other piece, I guess utility type bill that goes up. When my kids are home, they're on their devices. When they're on their devices, they're on TikTok and they're playing video games. When they're on TikTok and playing video games, they're seeing ads for new apps and new games and new garbage that they want to buy.
It's just that's what they like.
I know. But that's, the more free time they have, the more they want to buy subscriptions, the more they want to buy new video games, the more they want to buy the in-app purchases. Now, luckily, I turned all that off, so they can't make an in-app purchase without my permission.
But they still see the advertising.
And they come and ask me, "Can I?" It's only $3.
Dad, what's wrong with you? Yeah. We're millionaires. Come.
My older son wanted to get a subscription to the Wall Street Journal to play.
To play Wordle
the games, to play Wordle and all those other games. And I forget. I think it was like $10 a month.
If it's that expensive, I would say no.
I think. And no, you know what? I'm sorry. It was like $5 a month.
Okay.
It was something relatively cheap. And so I told him, well, you've got your green light card. Put it
There
on
you
your
go.
green light card. He says, but it's $5 a month. I said, dude, I give them their.
He gets an allowance.
He gets an allowance. I
Sure.
give them their age in allowance.
Nice.
So he gets $14 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I'm like, you get $28 a month. If this is only going to cost you $5, but then I'll only get $23 a month. Welcome to the working world.
Carry
son.
the one, yeah, dude. You start charging him rent and taxes, and you start to realize what like, hey, dude, you want the real lesson in life? Here you go.
So now that we've depressed all of our listeners,
Everybody says, how do we do summer without regret? Then, my friend.
how do we do it? What do we do?
Well, I think we kind of hinted throughout the whole, joke and just the experience here, but you can have an experience, right? One or two, but if you're trying to do boat and Disney and the backyard pot, you're gonna start running into like, okay, I don't think we have the money tree in the backyard.
Right.
So pick one, pick two, still have that, that enjoyment, but save. Again, at the end of the day, we're still crushing debt here. So not creating debt is a good thing, but putting money aside, maybe a summer fun fund. Get that?
Fun fund.
Fun fund. Say that twice. But yeah, that I think is a good way to kind of be proactive in the savings, but also you want that guilt-free expense, right? We've all done it. Like we did a vacation and we put it on a card, and there's this regret that follows us afterward because we're like, oh, but we still got to pay for all the things we just bought.
Right.
So I think that's what we want to try and do is be more proactive in saving and spending when it comes to some of these experiences.
Right. Well, and if you can afford to, do something low key this year.
Yeah.
Put away $100 a month, and then this time next year you'll have $1,200 saved up.
Yep.
Put up $200 a month. You'll have $2,400 saved up.
Just like Christmas around the corner is the same concept.
Right.
Those things don't move. So for us, being proactive allows us to be able to have those experiences without that regret.
Or here's the other thing: if you have a miles credit card, a points or travel miles credit card, if you pay that card off every month, by this time next year, you'll have enough points that you can probably fly the family somewhere for a vacation, or book a hotel for cheaper, book a staycation. I totally understand. I live where other people like to vacation. So we have the opportunity to do staycations.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really close to Sanibel Island. I don't know if you've ever, I grew up, every summer my mom and dad would take us to Sanibel for a long weekend.
Orlando is still nearby. I get that.
St. Augustine.
So being in
Destin.
but I agree with you. Like our kind of thing is like, let's get out of here and go to like an Atlanta, go to Nashville, so that's an experience. But staycations here in Florida, if you're in the state, I agree. I mean, dude, I go to my backyard, and I can burn myself the same way I would at Disney. So there's no issues there.
I saw there's a meme going around. It's got a glass of bourbon and a cigar, and it says, "I'll be in the backyard." That's where I am all the time.
Love it.
The other thing that I might do is like we do during the year, set a budget.
Yeah.
This summer I'm going to spend
the summer
blank.
budget. Yep.
And that's your budget, and you don't go over it. You can still have things at home that can be meals for the kids if they need a meal. You can still meal prep. You can still meal plan. That doesn't change just because it's become the summer. Look for deals. Some of these different summer camps have deals where, for example, if I bought an annual pass to Busch Gardens, one of the things that it would give me is a discount on the Busch Gardens summer camp.
Right.
Now, not to necessarily spend the extra money, but if I'm going to go to Busch Gardens 6, 10, 12 times in a year, that annual pass pays for itself.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And it gives me a discount on summer camp.
That makes sense.
If I buy Rowdy's season tickets, that's the St. Pete made soccer club. If I buy Rowdy's season tickets, that gets me a discount on the Rowdy's soccer summer camp for the boys. Again, it's not girl math where I bought Rowdy's tickets and I got the summer camp for free. But if you're going to go to the Rowdies games, it gives you a
If you enjoy
discount
it,
to go to the summer
It
camp.
gives you incentive. I love it. I mean, here's the thing. Think about it like this: summer shouldn't be there for creating memories. It's not about minimum payments, though. Like
Right.
I think that's where we need to go. It's not the goal's not to kind of spend less, right? That's not the intention. It's and let's spend less and have no fun. That's not what we're trying to hit here. The goal is to spend intentionally, right? We want to make sure that you're not paying for July stuff come December, and then December we're going to be doing and paying for December stuff
Gotta
in
figure
July.
out- right. We got to figure out Christmas presents in December.
Crushing debt, guys. That's there's a way to do this. What we're saying is just be a little bit more proactive when it comes to planning, because again, it's a lot less stressful when we can plan ahead.
I agree.
Little things, my friend.
And at the end of the day, it's summertime. Have fun.
Yes.
Enjoy it. Some of us, if you're a teacher, absolutely enjoy it.
You had a rough
If you're
year.
a student, absolutely enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
For the rest of us, I probably will take a couple more hooky days during the summer.
Why
just
not?
to- my younger son is going up to a Boy Scout camp. Probably when this episode comes out, he will either be just getting ready to leave or just maybe have gotten home. But I'm probably going to plan that week that he's out to send my other son to a different summer camp and maybe not work as hard that week.
That's
Maybe
it.
take a staycation for myself.
I love the idea, and I think for our listeners, these are the little things that we work hard. We treat the summertime as our opportunity to actually kind of, you deserve some time off. I think it's just more of us. Let's be a little bit smart and not, again, let's not break the wallet, break the bank
Right.
when it comes to, I love, you deserve it. Let's just not regret, that time off to be able to enjoy it.
Exactly. So one way that you can help support us in the summer is to go to the Patreon page, Crushing Debt, patreon.com/crushing debt. But seriously, any money that we get through the Patreon goes back into the show.
Love it.
I did learn, I think I was wrong. So the the PanCan fundraiser that we did earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
I thought the fundraising stopped June 1, but I understand the fundraising stops June 30. So if
Okay.
you are so
Still
inclined
there.
to donate to the pancreatic cancer walk, to the PanCan organization, I'll put my link in the show notes. You can donate. We would very much appreciate that. Once we get to June 30, we probably take a few months off, and then I think August or September.
Try again.
Not only do we start up with football season, but we start fundraising for the 2027.
Love it.
Somebody told me once, when your kids are growing up, the days are long, the years are short.
Mm-hmm.
And it absolutely feels that way.
As you get older, that definitely it holds true for sure.
So, meanwhile,
Anyway, sorry, I started sobbing here.
I'm not going to cry at the
You're crying. I'm not crying.
the middle school clap out.
There you go.
I
Love
never
it.
got a clap out.
Yeah, like I said, I was slapped out, but that's all I got.
Yeah, exactly. So, other than that, I think that'll do it for this week's episode. Let us know what your summer plans are. Let us know how you are doing on your budget. Let us know if you have any ideas about ways to cut your budget in the summer so that you can afford to do the things you want to do.
Yep.
Other than that, we very much appreciate everybody listening to this week and all of our previous episodes. I think that'll do it for this week's episode. We hope you have more money at the end of the month rather than month at the end of the money. And we will talk to you next week.